Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Radha Govinda Deva ki jai, Shri Gauranitai ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhaja ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Narang Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udhirayet Nasta Praeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishruki Tara Rajastamo Bhava Kamaralobarayasche Chetaiti Rana Vidhang Sitang Satve Prasiddhati. Jayatam surato pango mama mandamater gati mat sarvasvapadambujo Sri Radha Marana Mohano Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadumara Srimad Ratnagara Sringhasanasto Srimad Sri Radha Govinda Devo Preshtalebhi Sevyamano Smarami Sri Sri Manarasarasaram Vivangsi Vatatata Stitaha Karshana Venu Rusvanair Gopi Gopinath Sriyestunaha. Reading from Srimad Bhāgavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 33, Text 22. As I saw previously listed, is anybody totally aware this is the verse for today?
I see 3:33:22.
And on the listing on the board says we have the double verse, which is today is that verse 22? Okay. So I read the purport for the other verse this morning. That's okay. Chapter entitles Activities of Kapila Dev. Tam eva vidyayati devam apatyam kapilam harim Bhuhu vachirato vatsa Nishpriha tadrishe grihe Tameva dhyayati devam Apatyam kapilam hrim Babhuva chirato vatsa Nishpriha tadrishe grihe Tameva dhyayati devam Apatyam kapila harim Babhuva chirato vatsa Nishpriha tadrishe grihe Tam eva dhyayati devam Apatyam kapilam harim Babhuva charito vatsa Nishpriha tadrishe grihe Tameva dhyayati devam Apatyam kapilam harim Babhuva chirato vatsa Nishpriha tadrishe grihe Tam eva dhyayati devam Apatyam kapilam harim Babhuva charita vatsa Nishpriha tadrishe grihe. Word for word synonyms. Tam upon him. Eva certainly. Dhyayati meditating. Devam divine. Apatyam son. Kapilam Lord Kapila. Harim the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Babhuva become. Acharita very soon. Vatsa O dear Vidura. Nispriha unattached. Tadrishe Grihe to such a home. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. O Vidura, thus, always meditating upon her son, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kapila Dev, she very soon became unattached to her nicely decorated home. Purport. Here is a practical example of how one can elevate oneself in spiritual advancement by Krishna consciousness. Kapila Dev is Krishna, and he appeared as a son of Devahuti. After Kapila Dev left home, Devahuti was absorbed in thought of him, and thus she was always Krishna conscious. Her constant situation in Krishna consciousness enabled her to be detached from heart and home. Unless we are able to transfer our attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no possibility of becoming free from material attachment. The Srimad Bhāgavatam therefore confirms that it is not possible for one to become liberated by cultivation of empiric philosophical speculation. Simply knowing that one is not matter but spirit soul or Brahman does not purify one's intelligence. Even if the impersonalist reaches the highest platform of spiritual realization, he falls down again to the material attachment because of not being situated in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord. The devotees adopt the devotional process hearing about the Supreme Lord's pastimes and glorification, His activities, and thereby always remembering His beautiful eternal form. By rendering devotional service, becoming His friend or His servant, offering Him everything that one possesses, one is able to enter into the kingdom of God. As it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Tato mang tatvato gyatva vishvate tadanantaram. After discharging pure devotional service, one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead in fact, and thus one becomes eligible to enter into the association in one of the spiritual planets. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshul Militang Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastha Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Dinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Desha Dharine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Garadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tameva Dayati Devam Apatyam Kapilam Harim Babuva Chirato Vatsa Nishpriha Tadrishe Grihe. O Vidura, thus always meditating upon her son, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Kapila Dev, she very soon became unattached to her nicely decorated home. So I'm very fortunate today to sit here in this elevated seat in the presence of Shri Radha Govinda Dev and Shri Gauranitai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and Shri Giti Govardhan, and Srila Prabhupada and all the assembly devotees. I'm very fortunate to get this opportunity to speak a few words glorifying in service to Srimad Bhāgavatam, and also getting a chance to hear. As we are hearing here in the Srimad Bhāgavatam, from Srimad Bhāgavatam, that by hearing, that by meditating, when one meditates within, when one abides within, when one becomes he rejoices within, then he becomes illuminated. Divya Jnana Hirdaya Prakashite. He becomes illuminated with divine knowledge, with divine guidance from the Supreme Lord. So, by meditating, in order to meditate on something, we must hear. We must hear. And then meditation becomes mananam. It becomes smaranam becomes mananam. We becomes the remembrance come. We can be able to meditate on the Supreme Lord by when we hear smaranam. So, when we hear of Krishna, when we hear of the divine pastimes of the Lord, we become attached. That attachment, that knowledge becomes practical. We can be able to practically apply that knowledge when we hear, when we become, like reading is a form of hearing. Reading Srimad Bhāgavatam, reading the literatures given by His Divine Grace, the Vedic literatures, is a form of hearing. So, hearing is so powerful. Even when we, in the material concept of life, in the material world, you hear of activities, you hear of a place from a friend, a nice place, a nice vacation place, where you hear of it, then you meditate, and then you think, and then you collect the money, and you get the facility, and then you go to that place, and then you would, but first you hear of it. It is also said that that's where sense gratification is born from. Like the great Ravana. Supernaka had told him of the beauty of Sita. And he became so attached to that by just hearing of the beauty of Sita. See how powerful hearing is. He became so attached that he wanted to kidnap Mother Sita. And so hearing is so powerful. But later on, when he heard that he can also, disguise himself in the form of Lord Ram and Sita, and you can enjoy Sita. When he heard that, he tried it out. I heard that he tried it out. But when he took the form of Lord Ram, because Ravana was able to take many forms, any form he could take. That's how he took the form of sannyasi. He disguised and he can transform these mystic power, many of those rakshasas they have. And then he took the form of Lord Ram. And when he took the form of Lord Ram, I heard he didn't have any calm. He didn't have any lust. He said, no, I don't want that form. I don't want that form of Lord Ram. I'm not anymore attracted to enjoying Mother Sita. So, the power of hearing is there, and Shinvatam Swakatha Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana, Hirdi Anta Stohya Bardani, Vidnohuti Suhrit Satam. By hearing the Srimad Bhāgavatam, all troublesome things to the heart, Vidnohuti, it becomes cleansed. We become cleansed of it. So, Devahuti is hearing from her husband. She heard from her husband, she heard from her son. And by hearing from her divine son, directly, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as he says, Kapilam Harim, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by hearing from her, from him, all her attachment to the worldly life become, vanquished. By hearing of the Supreme Lord, by hearing from him about the part of devotional service, the part of Mangchayo Vyabhicharini, Bhakti Yogena Sevate, Sa Gunan Samyatityaitan, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpati. And she engaging in the bhakti, engaging in devotional service, he comes to the platform of Brahma Bhuya, Brahma Bhuta. When one comes to the platform of Brahma Bhuta, Prashanta Atma. Brahma Bhuta Prashanta Atma, na sochati, na kankshati, sama sarveshu bhuteshu, mad bhaktim labete param. Then one comes to the platform of bhakti, Brahma Bhuta, Prashanta Atma. Shanta Atma, Prashanta. He gets Shantim, Achirein, Adhigachati. When in due course of time, he get the Parashanti, that which is he looking for. Constantly looking for. Anyone and everyone is looking for that Shanti. Achirein Adhigachati. But Shadharaval Labete Jnanam. One must develop faith. One must develop faith. And when one develops faith, and he can control his senses, tat parasangyatendraya jnanam labdva parashanti. Then he, in due course of time, when one inculcate, when one bhakti yogena, mangchayo vyabhicharini bhakti yogena sevate, sagunan samyatityaitan brahma bhuya. Brahma bhuta prashantatma, brahmano pratishtaham. Krishna said, I am that Brahman, I am that amritasya yasya cha, shashvatasya. That eternality, that Shashvatasya cha dharmasya, that which we are inevitably created for, that which is our constitutional position. Shashvatasya dharma sukhayasya, eikantikasya cha, eikantikasya, the unlimited sukhayasya, he can enter as a vishyate Taranantaram. In the end of the purport, it was Tato Mang Tatvato Gatva. When one becomes knowledgeable, Tato Mang, he becomes Tatvata, knowledge about me, Gatva, Vishyate, Taranantaram. He can enter into the unlimited divine pastimes of the Supreme Lord. And this opportunity is readily available here at the Mandir. Nayana herebo sada yugala ruparasi. We're taking we are the vasis, we are the residents of this transcendental abode. Nayana patagami. We can see the Lord constantly. Jagannatha Swami Nayana patagami bhavatume. Nayana herebo sada. When we want to become when we are the residents of the Dham, residents of the Holy Land, Sada, Yugala, Rupa Rasi. We can see the Yugala Rupa. We can see the divine form, the beautiful divine form of the Supreme Lord. And this is the desire. This is what has been created by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Over the last few days, we were having the festival, the great festival of Janmashtami, and then Lord Krishna giving Srila Prabhupada directly on the day after Janmashtami Nandotsava, where we can celebrate Krishna, Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. Because Srila Prabhupada is always with Krishna and he's giving us Krishna. Divya Jnana Hridaya Prakashita. And he is a Krishna Prapti Hoy. He can give us Krishna directly. So, after Kapilya Dev left home, Devahuti was absorbed in thoughts of him, and thus she was always Krishna conscious. Her constant situation in Krishna consciousness enabled her to be detached from heart and home. And this morning, from the time I wake up, the verse came in my mind. How this verse came in my mind? Pancha urdvam vanam vrajet. I went to the washroom. Panchas urdvam vanam vrindavanam vrajet. One should go to Vrindavan. One should give up home. Ato griha sutapta vritair janasya mohoyam aham mameti. This is the conditional life in the material world. Ato griha. Home, kshetra, sutapta, children, vritair. Sense gratification, Janasyaha mohoyam. It is the illusion in the material world. And last night I was listening in lecture, Srila Prabhupada said, the highest conditional existence in the material world is the Maituna Agra, the shackles of sex life. That is what home produces. That is what everyone is running after. Every human being, every living entity is somehow or other conditioned that we will enjoy something. We can enjoy something. Yes, we can enjoy something. We will. Enjoyment is the nature. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. Sachidananda Ananda Chinmaya Rasa is the nature of the soul to enjoy. And he thinking he can enjoy. Yes, I will. I could. I should. It is my rightful claim to enjoy. This is what we are looking for. But we are looking in the wrong place. And Srila Prabhupada was saying, it is the source of great suffering. That enjoyment that we get in the material world is the source of great suffering in the dukkha yonya evate. Adiyanta vanta kongteya nate suramate buddha. Dukkha yonya evate. It is dukkha. It will bring distress. It creates distress. And we doesn't want distress. But when we look in the material world, we look outside of Krishna consciousness, we look, separate from Krishna, we endeavor to separate from Krishna. Distress is only coming. As we were hearing yesterday, the transcendental anxiety created by Srila Prabhupada. Then, Brahmananda was asking about, I was reading it possible, that the anxiety is the same. Anxiety, is it the same? Srila Prabhupada said, you want to take anxiety for the material achievement and get nothing and have nothing in the end? Or you want to take anxiety for Krishna? Srila Prabhupada took so much anxiety for Krishna. Created so much anxiety within the disciples, anxiously wanting to serve the order of the spiritual master. With love, he created. At one time, Keshichatu Prabhu, my good friend, his disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he said, Srila Prabhupada said, I was sometime whipping them out of love. You get a whip of love, yeah? In the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was the Jai Mangal. And there was one great, what was his name is, he used to hit someone with that stick. And they used to immediately get love of Godhead. So when Srila Prabhupada whips us with devotional service, whips us with the anxiety of transcendental anxiety, and when you come in contact with Srila Prabhupada and his mission, everyone is willing to give their life. Sometimes some people go hiding, yes. I understand that. They hide somewhere. But then when they get this realization, they want to take this whipping, they want to take this Jai Mangal, because this anxiety for Krishna, taking devotional service and carrying it out with great determination, with great sincerity, then what happens? We become purified. Then we can love Krishna. Then we can see Krishna in everything. As it is said in when we see the child's, our loving child, our baby, our dear friend, we see something connected with him, immediately we remember. We see the little boat, the little toy, immediately we can remember my son. We can remember. And then, if you have a girlfriend, you're seeing her all the time. In the mind's eye, within the mind's eye, you can see your girlfriend all the time. If you're in that amount of attachment and love, you can see. Well, like when I joined this movement, I couldn't even, the deity couldn't even come into my mind. I couldn't even see them. And that was so difficult for me to do. But after being in the movement for so long, I was telling you that last night when you came in my room, I was telling you how sometimes it's easy to see Radha Govinda. I'm sitting upstairs, but I can see Radha Govinda downstairs. I can see the altar, and I can pay my obeisances. This is what we have to inculcate. This is what the whipping, this is what the Jaimangal, this is what the anxiety, the transcendental anxiety can bring us that great wealth of devotion, that we can be saved from the ocean of material suffering. Like Srila Prabhupada gave the example of the fire and the piece of iron. The iron is simply metal, it's cold. But that metal has the ability to absorb the heat. And if the iron goes into the fire and stays into the fire, Srila Prabhupada said that same iron will be able to act like fire in due course of time. And he gave the example of just like if you want to enter fire, you must become like fire. You want to go back to Krishna, you want Krishna, you have to become like Krishna. Mad bhava madi gachati. As I was saying that verse, somehow Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpat Gamanam api Vangsi Priya Saki. The word actually Gamanam. By walking in the material world, we're walking here. But in the spiritual world, that's dancing. That's in Srila Prabhupada temple. You walk here, you're actually dancing for Krishna. You do any service here, you're actually serving and connecting with Krishna directly. You are just like we are all fallen conditioned soul rotting in the material world. Yesterday we heard from the speaker, if you get the mercy of the spiritual master, if you get the mercy, what is mercy? Unconditional mercy. What is that mercy? You need $100, but you're thinking you are not qualified to get that $100, but then someone pushes that $100 into your pocket. You know, Srila Prabhupada, he created, like someone say, oh, we are so fortunate. The devotee said, I'm so fortunate, Srila Prabhupada, we are so fortunate. Srila Prabhupada said, I created that fortune. That's the power of the pure devotee. The power of the pure devotee, he can create that good fortune. And that he did. That's how he spread this mission everywhere in the world. And that's how anyone and everyone comes in contact with him. They become purified. Tulayama levanapi na swargana punarbhavam. Bhagavad Sangi Sangasya. Bhagavad Sangha. By one moment of association with a pure devotee. What happens? That seed of devotion is planted within the heart. We were hearing yesterday also, so many we heard. When Srila Prabhupada went to Moscow, somehow Reda Shamasunda found one boy and brought him there. He was interested in something else, but brought him in. Srila Prabhupada convinced him, just becoming in the presence of the pure devotee. Darshana, just becoming in the Sri Narottam Das Thakur has written, if one comes in contact with the pure devotee, immediately he becomes purified. Darshana pavitra karo, eitu maharagan. Jahara nikata gele, papa dura jai. Jahara nikata gele, papa dura jai. By coming in close contact with the pure devotee, his devotees, the devotees of his devotees, because we were hearing yesterday, Srila Prabhupada, one of his disciples were living somewhere and someone just saw him and they become attracted and they become a devotee. When I was a child also, I only saw the devotees. I didn't even know what it was about. I said, when I grow up, I want to become like that. Because why? They had that beaming happiness within them. It was like they had something that they were carrying with them that anybody and everybody would want to get. So this is the power of bhakti and devotional service. That's why we must go out there. Ramai Prabhu is going out there with the crew, you know, and just people just seeing them becomes purified. Srila Prabhupada said the power of this movement, the Hare Krishna movement, if someone, when he sees the devotee, he becomes purified. He said, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada went to the countries of the Malachas and the Yavanas and somehow he said they're greeting and they're dancing and they're chanting the holy name. He hadn't even arrived there and they were already doing that. Tulayama levanapina swargana punarvavam bhagavat sangi sangasya. The moment association of the pure devotee, that seed is planted within the heart. And I heard also that first disciple from Russia, he has his samadhi in Sri Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada has given him so much power and potency that he has his samadhi in Sri Vrindavan now. The greatest of abode. How come such iron can become gold? Metal can become, but there's a process. The process is there. Also, iron entering fire becomes like fire. And the expert craftsman, the expert blacksmith, he can take that piece of iron that has become hot, like fire, and use it in a tangible way that a miraculous result can be born from it. Yeah, and that was Srila Prabhupada. So much metal came, so much, undeserving, and everybody who came in his presence, they were transformed, immediately transformed. So here devotees are considering and meditating, and we are hearing in the purport that she became detached from household life and her heart also, because where attachment is, the heart is there. So if one becomes attached in devotional life, he becomes engaged in devotional service, his heart becomes, his heart mean his soul, his heart and soul becomes purified, and this is the highest form of devotional service. How the highest form of devotional service and the highest form of yoga can be awarded to someone so easily. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana shadavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo mata. This is the yogi. Tabas vibho diko yogi, jnani vibho matodika, karmi bhashta diko yogi. Whatever type of yoga you're performing, tasmad yogi bhavarjuna. Become a yogi. Become link. Sakti buddhihina amiyati dina koromora atmasata. Devoid of knowledge, I have no knowledge, I have no ability, I have nothing. But make me like you, Gurudev. Make me koromora atmasata. Make me like you, Gurudev. I want to become like you. When we see Srila Prabhupada, we want to become like Srila Prabhupada because he's so happy. He's with Krishna all the time. Make me like you, Gurudev. Gurudeva kripa bindu diya koro edase trinapiksha atahina sakala samana koriti sakati dehonata jata jata. Tabeto gaibo, at that time, tabeto gaibo, harinama suke. Then we can, vishate tadanantaram, we can enter into the unlimited pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Srila Prabhupada is giving us an opportunity to enter. Tato mang tatvato gyatva. Become aware, become knowledgeable, become realized. Come to the platform of Brahma Bhuta Prashanta Atma, Brahma Bhuya Kalpate. Come to the platform. From within the heart. Mattad gatena antaratmana. Abide within. Keep the Supreme Lord within your heart. And unatujvala rasam. Swabhaktisiyam. Haripurata Sundara Duty Kadamba Sandipita Sada Hirdaye within the heart. Sada Hirdaye Kandare. Deep within the heart, the caves, the Kandare, Sporato, Vasachinanna. Take that Supreme Lord within our heart. Unatujwala rasam, the highest. Unatujwala rasa. The highest rasa, the highest devotion, the highest yoga is given to us by Srila Prabhupada. And that we can take and make our lives and enter into the path of devotion. Enter into the path by cultivating the spiritual life, by cultivating our spiritual life. And it is said that if we hear of the Supreme Lord, we become aware of the Supreme Lord in devotional service, in the practice, then the material body becomes dissolved. The false ego becomes dissolved. And then we become established in pure devotional service. So pure devotional service is an opportunity given to us by the Supreme Lord and His pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada, and His Sangha, Srila Prabhupada Sangha, Srila Prabhupada people, given to us by them. That opportunity is granted to us. It is available for anyone and everyone. But those who take it seriously, Madgati Narantaratmana, Shradhavan Bhajateyomam Sayukta. Shradhavan Jana Hai, Shradhavan Jana Hai. Prabhu Agai Bhai Magiye Bika. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shikha. With Shraddha, with great faith, we go to the spiritual master and we can purchase that bhakti. And Lord Nityananda has opened up the marketplace of the holy name, like the much less gift store. How the name has come there, the much less gift. That store is the name of Lord Nityananda's store. Huh? And Lord Nityananda opened up the Nadia Godrume, Nityananda Mahajan, Patiyache Nam Hata, Jibya Karan. But you have to pay in that store. The only currency you can use in that store is Shraddha. Shraddhavana Jana Hai, Shraddhavana Jana Hai. Prabhu Agai Bhai Magiye Bika. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna, Shiksha. Aparada Shunnahoy. Then our offenses has to go down. Aparada Shunnahoy. It is said that Kripa Bindu Deya Koreya Dase Tinapiksha at Sakala Samana. When we see every living entity on the equal level, Sakala Samana, we can see everyone equally. Divya Gyan, through Divya Gyan, it is Suni Chaiva Swapakecha, Pandita Samadarshina. This is what Srila Prabhupada is giving us. He's given us the Divya Gyan. Tato mang tatvato gyatva. Become aware. In tatvataha. In truth. And this has been given by Krishna. He is saying that also. When one understand me, divyam, the janma karma cha me divyam, evam yoviti tatvata. Tyakta deham punarjanam naitima meti soarjanam. So, we must understand this in truth. We must pay with that high currency. We must get that currency. That currency is available at the lotus feet of the spiritual master. And if one goes there, and he can prani patena paripashnena sevaya, with service, upadikshanti te jnanam, he can get this jnana, this divya jnana, and he can purchase that bhakti, that Shraddhavana Jana Hai. With great faith, we take this process so seriously, and we stay in the fire of devotion. We stay in the fire, Divya Gyan. We stay in the fire of devotion. Jnana Agni Dagna Karmanam. Tamahu Panditam Buddha. And as I was saying, the first verse that came, Dukkha Yonya Evate Adiyantavanta Kongteya. Nate su ramate buddha, ramante yogino nante. Ramante, the one who has a knowledge, he does not, because he does not apply himself to that, he's not attracted. He's not attracted to, because why? Adi anta, it has a beginning and an end. Adi anta vanta kongpriya. How that verse start? Do anybody could remember how that verse start? Dukkha yonya evati. There's a line before that. Dukkha yonya evati. Yeah. So beautiful. So with great intelligence, we apply ourselves. We can see through the, Krishna said, I will give the knowledge. I will give that divine knowledge. That can cut the nut, the hard nut of material existence. Cut that nut. This jnana can cut that nut. Jnana agni dagna karmanam can tamahu panditam buddha. So this jnana can cut the deep knot within the heart. Hirdaya granti mahu. And what is the hirdaya granti? Hirdaya granti ato griha kshetra sutapta vritair janasya mohoyam aham mamedi. This is the hard nut in the heart. It can cut that hard nut. So we need a very sharp weapon to cut, a knife, a weapon to cut that nut. And that is the darshan of Radha Govinda. So beautiful. Every day you come, like somebody was saying, who decorate these deities every day? Oh, so much devotion. Last night, Puna was telling me, we were talking, and he was saying, every day you go to Radha Govinda, so beautifully decorated, so beautiful. When I come down from Mangalarati, all I can say is so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. If we say that much, that is enough. And Lord is reciprocating. Lord is reciprocating, giving us that beauty. So we can see the beauty, the real beauty in everything. And we can see Krishna in everything. For Krishna says, Yo mang pashyati sarvatra sarvang cha mai pashyati tasyaham panashami sacha me na panashyati. For one who sees me everywhere, sees everything in me. I am never lost to him, nor is he ever lost to me. This is the part of bhakti. We can see Krishna constantly. So, like we were hearing, no one can see God. Previously, before Prabhupada, no one can see God, no one knows God. Then the pure devotee said, I can give you God. And he just pushed his hand out and like that, like if he's giving us Krishna. Krishna prapti hoy. He is giving us the Krishna. Every day he is giving us Krishna. This whole movement is geared up to only making us pure devotees. When I read Srila Prabhupada books, I have so much trouble. Because all he wants us to become is pure devotees. In every purport, every single purport, someone was telling to, why everything is Krishna conscious? Why every purport? They were telling to Puna. Puna was preaching with the changing bodies out. Why every single purport, Krishna consciousness, Krishna consciousness? Srila Prabhupada said, Kapila Dev is Krishna. You know, I was talking to my good friend, Kishit Chatru, Prabhupada's disciple, such an elevated soul. He said, Srila Prabhupada, in the beginning, in my youth, he said Srila Prabhupada changed all the names of all the different incarnations and he put the name Krishna. Everything he put the name Krishna. I remember one gentleman, he's not a gentle, so gentle. He bought a Srimad Bhāgavatam set and after a few days he returned it. He said, all they have is this Krishna consciousness everywhere, every page, everything is about Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada only wants to give us Krishna. And that's all his business is, to give us Krishna. He has Krishna. Krishna se tumhara, Krishna di te paro, tumhara sakati ache. Ami to kangala, Krishna Krishna boli, daitava, nache nache. We're running after him, dancing. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Because he has Krishna and he can give us Krishna. Krishna se tumhara. Tumhara, Krishna di te paro. So this is the pure devotee. And this is in this beautiful verse we are reading here by Queen Kunti. Even Queen Kunti wanted to give up her family attachment. She asked Krishna to cut the knot, the ties to her family attachment. And here we see Devahuti is also being very thankful and grateful to Kapila Dev for giving her that opportunity to become detached from the material world, from her house and heart. And she had everything so beautiful. So, but real beauty lies with Krishna. So thank you all very much for giving me this opportunity to talk about Krishna, which I love to talk about Krishna, and I love to, hear of Krishna. And I am very thankful and grateful for this great opportunity given to me. And I would like to hear if there's any comments and any questions. And I will always be thankful for this opportunity given to me to live in Radha Govinda Temple and have all the facilities and hardly have any service to do in the sense of great anxiety that Srila Prabhupada wants us to take. Everybody is doing their service so nicely that I simply have to enjoy my service. And I'm very thankful for that. And thankful to the temple arrangement and the temple authorities. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Sita, nice. You connected this thing, songs with slokas. The words used in songs, the same words used in slokas. And a beautiful connection. And you sang so nicely and quoted a number of verses as you usually do. Very nice, Prabhu. I love to hear your lectures, and that's why you see me previously also. So one thing I wanted to hear, I wanted to tell from Prabhupada, which is want to share, this one only. The devotees adopt the devotional process. But before the body has said, Srila Prabhupada, he may fall down again to material attachment because of not being situated in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. So the very important words. Hearing about the Supreme Lord's pastime, glorifying his activities by doing these two. Hearing and glorifying Shravana Kirtan, thereby remembering his beautiful internal form. By rendering service, gradual process, we can establish our relationship with Krishna, that is becoming his friend, his servant, or the five primary rasas. So nicely written. And one is able to enter into the kingdom of God. So here, Devavati's fortunate thing is, her son is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. She's just remembering the Kapila, that's it. And her attachment towards her son and becoming a pure devotee of Supreme Lord. That's what this verse is. Thank you so much, Ajay, for your wonderful class. Hari Om.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your synopsis. And so beautiful. The Srila Prabhupada said is like a sweet ball. Any side you can taste the sweetness from. And Krishna consciousness is like that. Any side, you take the prasad, you hear the katha, you get some devotional service, you see the deities, you go to the Harinam, you see the Harinam, transcendental benediction is there. So unique and so powerful. Even a little child, like what Srila Prabhupada said, even a dog can take part. Even a dog, initially dogs used to come to the park, in the time of Srila Prabhupada, and they used to come to the kirtan. Srila Prabhupada was so aware that even these dogs are being purified.
Because soul is there, right?
Soul is there.
Everywhere soul is there. Pandita Samadarshana.
Yeah.
The quality of soul is there. Satchidananda Vigraha is there. Every living entity.
You're hearing, dog is hearing, dog is hearing the katha, dog is hearing the kirtan. Even a dog can take part. Even a little child comes to the temple and dancing. He is greater than the biggest yoga school and yogis and so-called yogis of this time, modern times. And like Govinda Dasi was saying in her offering to Srila Prabhupada, from many other planets, they're taking birth on this earth to just take part in the Sankirtan movement. We heard that even the devas, they wanted to take birth in this just to take part in Sankirtan, because in the Sankirtan movement is the easiest way to elevate oneself and liberate oneself in the material world in the Kali Yuga. What a great fortune we have gotten. Sometimes I cry that I didn't come in a time when Srila Prabhupada was present on earth. I was so young, I was so small, they couldn't even give me to Prabhupada. Maybe they had done that. You never know. Parents are like that. So somehow or the other I joined later on, which is, I came when he was on the earth, and then I joined later on. I joined full time. And then yesterday we were hearing that Rama was saying, the schooling is a material, is like a slaughterhouse. And sometimes I say that I didn't go to school, so then I'm not qualified. And then we hear how without schooling, as Srila Prabhupada was saying, in India, don't worry of them. They seem to be literate, but then they didn't go to the slaughterhouse and get all this crazy knowledge, and so they can worship Krishna, So sometimes I say maybe I'm fortunate I didn't go to school. I was so fortunate that I didn't go to school, and I got to join ISKCON.
Yeah, you got the nice. This is more important.
So I sometimes we have to see how these things are all orchestrated. Srila Prabhupada, we sometimes we think that he is far from us, but yesterday we were hearing Ramai Prabhu was saying he has the ability like the Paramatma to enter into the heart. You come in contact with Srila Prabhupada, he enters your heart, and he wouldn't leave. He's an external manifestation of the Chaitya Guru, the Antarayami, the soul within. The Guru is, Srila Prabhupada is that great divine personality that he can enter our heart. He can cleanse our heart, he can purify us, he can give us Krishna. So in this movement where I'm very fortunate to join, and I always pray to be in the association of devotees. And
Which year since?
Thank you all very much, and I will stop here, and prasadam is available again for our enjoyment. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai. Govind